Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, I woke up this morning feeling extremely grateful, and then I've had a lot of self-reflection since I woke up while I was doing my chores and was just having those self-reflection. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to film a video today. Like, guys, it's been over a year since I moved to this country, and we're just going to talk about everything today, guys. I'm feeling very happy. This is going to be a chit chat. So please, hit that like button. Let's get right into today's video. I have a glass of oat milk here with me. We are just going to pretend that this is wine. We're celebrating today. This is wine, it's not oat milk, okay? Cheers to everything that has happened so far, every experience. Cheers to everything I'm going to be sharing with you guys in today's video. Yeah, guys, I can't believe it's been like a year, 13 to 14 months now since I made a life-changing decision. Not easy. Most times when I see people that may be relocating, moving from one place to another, is a very huge decision that people make, and we tend to take it lightly. We tend to take it as if it's nothing, but it is a lot. Like, it's true that I had it planned out. I made sure I planned myself. I did everything before coming, but you can only do much. But once you get to your destination, when the reality hits you, you start to question yourself. Why did I even do this? Why did I take this decision? I was so comfortable where I was. Why did I decide to do this? But then again, after some time, you begin to realize that this is life. Even if you had not moved, you would have still been facing other challenges where you are. You would have still been facing different type of challenges. These challenges are things we get to deal with in our life, every day of our life, whichever form it comes. It's a challenge. I'm just going to be sharing with you guys my experience so far, the lesson learned, the regrets, and then future plans. Okay, so for my experience, guys, traveled before, fine, but when you're moving to another there is different from when you're visiting. Like, you can go to Dubai now. Maybe you go to Dubai once in a year just for 2 weeks vacation, and you do all the necessary vacation things, and it's different from when you decide to go and live in Dubai. That is when the main reality. Holiday is not a reality. You are just seeing what you want to see. You're going to places you want to go to. But once is maybe you're going there to live there, is a different ball game. Like, things that will be hitting you, be like, is it not the same place I've been coming for holiday? I never knew these things about this place. So it was a entirely different thing for me. The weather, I know the weather was cold. I know the weather is very cold in the UK, and then the rain. I know all about that. But when the reality hits you that this is going to be your life henceforth, this is the kind of weather you get to be coping with for like most part of the year. This is it. Like, it's not like I'm here for 2 weeks, I'm going back to my very hot Nigeria or wherever you're coming from. It's now your reality. This is it. It's the weather. So the weather in a way was just, it was not new to me, but it was like wow, this is what is going to be now. This is how my life is going to be henceforth. Is this weather that I'm going to be facing? So it's totally different from when you visit. So the weather, number one, UK weather is just nonsense. Like, I hate the weather. See, there's one thing for a place to be cold, and there's another thing for it to be raining. Unnecessary rain. I've shared this before. I think I've shared this in a previous video. But then again, anybody you ask, it's always the weather first. If it's sunny and cold, you could bear that, but it's the unnecessary rain, and it doesn't like rain like once and just stop. It's just all those tiny, tiny rain. Before you know it, your body will get kind of wet, and then the next thing, it just stops. It just stops like once, and then you're looking like one kind stupid person because it's sunny again. Sun will come out. Before you know it, everywhere will be clouded. So the weather is just nonsense. I don't like the weather. So my experience with the weather so far, plus with my current condition with this weather, guys, this is another story that I will share in another video. Like this pregnancy is a totally different pregnancy for me in this UK. I'll share it in the future. Okay. Another thing is the language, right? I also had issue with the language because it's English, oh, they are speaking. Oh, it's not as if they are not. Guys, I'm a bit cold, so I need to wear my socks. So it's not as if it's not English they're speaking. They're speaking English, but most of the time you just have to like strain your voice, your ears to understand better, because once you meet the main British people, most times you don't get to even understand anything they are saying. You don't understand. So I had issue with the language, and not just the British people. UK has a lot of immigrants here from different countries, so you get to hear different accents from different people. You know, different countries. Once they start speaking English, at times you start doubting: is it English that this person is speaking like this? In my class, we had people from different walks of life, and their accents are totally different. So most times you have to deal with different type of English. Most times when I even call customer service for something, and the person is not British person, or is maybe from, I don't want to call names, but once they start talking, you'll be stressing yourself to understand. Most times I will just tell them, okay, you know what, I'm busy now, I'll call you back. Because I know once I drop that call and call again, is another person that will pick the call. Because it won't be nice for me to tell the person directly that I don't understand what you're saying. It's not nice. So I'll just, for me to understand better, I'll just simply cut the call, tell them I'll call back, and then call again, because there's every tendency that another person might pick the call and I will understand the person better. So the language is different. Different people, different accents and all that. And the housing thing is no longer new on this channel. I've shared a lot of things about a lot of experiences I had with housing. I did a whole lot of video on my house hunting and everything. I'll put the link up here so you can check them out. So you could see my struggle with house and everything. And from where I'm coming from, my houses are big in Nigeria, houses are spacious, but here you get to cope with small spaces and everything. So what I've done so far is to try as much as possible to make my small space look big for me. What I mean by that is that I try to decluster as much as I can. I try to make sure my space is clean and free. I don't like to put too much things in my space. So if I need to get a table, for example, I'll look at the space, I check measurements. In this country, without measurements, you're lost. You cannot just go to the market and buy anything it will fit in Nigeria, I don't even check measurements. If I like something and I want to buy it, I'll buy it because I know it will fit in my space. But here, I have to measure. If I'm buying rug, I have to measure the rug, make sure I'm buying something that will fit properly. That way, when you come to my space, you will feel, you know, it's small, but you will feel free because it's not cluttered up with so many things. And I just try to keep things as simple as possible. Things that I don't need, I get rid of. That's the thing. Studying was a whole different ball game for me in the UK, guys. But I thank God that I still came with this route. I thank God that I ended up studying in the UK, because this has taught me a lot of things that I didn't think I needed, things that I did not know I needed. So it has taught me a lot. It's been out of uni for a long time. Before now, I was not even thinking about furthering my studies and everything. But I'm so grateful that I did this. I'm so grateful. kind of things I know now, I way lot more than what I used to know. It has opened my mind to a lot of things. I have unlearned a lot of things, and I have relearned a lot of things. Like, I can't stress it enough. If you have to study, that is one thing I do advise people. If you want to relocate, if you have to follow the study route, go for a course that you know that you like, you want to study, know the course. And of course, while doing that, you want to also check for the school and the course that are like on high demand too in the UK, so that you can get a job and all that. But then study something that you know will add value to you, studying that something that you love. The best decision I've made is studying in the UK, and this has really helped me so far. The experience was not, the study in itself was not rosy at the beginning. I mean, it's a totally different system from Nigeria to UK, and Nigeria system of education is quite different, totally different from each other. But then again, I've I was able to. It's something that once you start it, you begin to cope, you begin to learn, you begin to integrate with your own system. So it's not going to be easy from the first. The first module might not be easy for you, but the second, third, fourth module, trust me, you will get the hang of it, and it will not just be that hard for you again. So in case you're the person that has been having like challenges, or you don't want to study further or anything, or I'm just here to encourage you that it's nothing. It's something that you can do. If I can do it, you can do it. Everybody can do anything. As far as you put your mind to it, you can do anything. Another experience I've had with is with the loneliness. Like, I don't know. The loneliness in this country is something else. For some people that they have their whole family here, there are some people that their whole family is in this UK. Once they come here, it will not be as hard, even though everybody is working on everything, but you still get that family time together and everything. But the loneliness in this country is something else. That is why you get to hear some people go into depression because of how lonely they are. If you have friends, you start appreciating them more, because the loneliness in this country is something else. Lesson learned. Now, in my 1 year journey, I've learned a lot of lessons, guys. A lot of life-changing lessons from this experience. Now, from all my experiences that I've shared, why those things were new to me, why those things were things that I was not used to, I was still learning from it, right? I was still learning a lot from it. That was why I said I've had to unlearn and relearn most things. Now, the number one thing is family. I've learned to appreciate family a lot. Family and friends. See, I've learned to appreciate family and friends. I appreciate my family and my friends before, but now it has increased over 100% now, because you don't get to see family all the time anymore. Like, what I mean is, not your immediate family, not my husband and my son, but my extended family, my sisters, my mom, my in-laws, and I don't get to see them more often again. So it's, anytime I see them now, is like, when I tell you, when I traveled to Nigeria, when I tell you that it was the best moment of my life, spending time with my family, spending time with my family on both sides and everything. It was the best thing that has ever happened. I appreciated every single minute, every single seconds. I appreciated it, because I know that it will be a while for me to see them again. Then friends too. I had time to spend time with few of my friends in Nigeria, and here in the UK, you already know my friend and few friends that I've made from school. Anytime we have time to get together and stay, see, I'd like to just enjoy that moment with them. I have my cruise gang where we go out. I like to enjoy with them, just chill, talk. See, family time, friends time is one thing I cherish a lot more now. Another thing I've learned so far is I'm more conscious with time now, guys. I'm so conscious with time. Everything in this country is planning. You are all by yourself most of the time. You don't have help. So you're always planning things. If I'm going anywhere, I have to check the time, check the bus time, and know when I should be able to leave the house and catch the bus on time on the days I'm using bus, so that I can get to my appointment on time. If it's when I'm doing Uber, I have to check the time, check the how long it will take me from where from my house to where I'm going to. You have to be time conscious. Every single thing I do, I'm always time conscious. I'm always looking at the time. I remember in Nigeria, most of the time I don't even get to look at the time. The only time I maybe probably look at the time is maybe when it's time for me to go for school run. That is when I started doing school run now. But but aside from that, just wake up in the morning. Just as the day comes, anything that comes, you just do. I'll go to my shop. After shop, probably pick my son from school from there. Then we'll go back home and we'll just do whatever we want to do in the house till it's late. We shall see that everywhere is dark. It's time to sleep. So unless maybe I have where I want to go to, I need to check the time. I don't check. What I'm trying to explain is that I don't check the time as much as I check it here. Like every minute, I'm checking the time to know, hey, it's so time. Oh, every minute counts. Every minute. If I'm taking my son to school, I know I walk to the place, and this is the time they resume school. I have to time myself in a way that once I walk to the school, it's almost the same time we're going in, or we'll just wait for a minute or two, highest 5 minutes, walking because of the cold. I won't want to stand outside in the cold. We'll say I'm more time conscious, like really, really time conscious. If you give me time now, this is appointment, this is when we need to be. I'm there at that exact same time. It's just I'm just like that now by default. In fact, another thing is that I'm more prudent with money and spending now. See, if you're not careful in this country, the kind of credit you will fall into, the kind of credit, money you'll be owing people, or you just fall into serious debt. So now I'm more prudent with spending and money generally. So I have to plan myself. It's not to say I don't buy things. I love shopping, I love buying things, but I do it accordingly. I plan myself properly. I make sure that the bills, the monthly bills are sorted, everything are sorted before I can say, okay, I have this extra cash to do this extra thing. If it's not convenient, I don't do it. Like I'm much calculated when it comes to money. I'm calculated when it comes to money before. Like I'm not the loud spending person before per se, but I'm just much more conscious with spending money now than before. Another thing I've learned is I appreciate time alone. Like before now, I enjoy my own company, right? But because of the loneliness in this country, you don't get to, like, they are in Nigeria now. By default, I have people around me. There's no time that I will be like lonely like that. It's just by default. Somebody must be in the house somewhere around me and all that. So there's no lonely time like you say you're lonely. But here, you're lonely. Even at times, even when you and your partner you are in the same house, you are still feeling lonely because the weather generally is moody. You can't go out like that. You can't do so. Most of the time, you're lonely. It's just too lonely. The environment is lonely. The weather is lonely. Everything about it is lonely. Learn to appreciate time alone more. Like I enjoy my own company. I try as much as possible to enjoy my own company. So it's easy for you to go into depression in this country. So most of the time I try to do things that make me happy. Like thankfully I have started doing YouTube before I came here. So I think I started taking it more seriously since I came here. And that is one thing that's been keeping me busy. Like it's true that I'm talking to a camera right now, but to me, I'm talking to a whole lot of people. Imagine having me, at least now I do get up to like 1K views or more most times on my channel. So at least having like 1,000 people watch me from different places is like, is more like I'm talking to a whole lot of people, right? So YouTube has been one of the things that helps me to always keep myself busy, always keep myself entertained. Most times I just put on the music and just be dancing by myself, and I enjoy it. That's the thing, and I enjoy it. And one thing I know I really like is filming. I like filming, no matter that most times that I'll get very very busy, or I will get overwhelmed, I will pause on that. But it's something that I enjoy doing. So I try as much as possible to look for things I enjoy doing, especially now that I'm pregnant. I enjoy cooking and eating. Like, I prefer to cook anything that I see that I'm craving for. I prefer to cook it and eat it. It wasn't like that in first trimester though, but most of the time during my pregnancy, it happened with my son too. I enjoy cooking the food and then eating it because I cook it the way I want it and I'll eat it like that. So most times now, I enjoy cooking. I do just anything that will make me happy, to make my mind occupy. I do it. Now that my son is in school, he will close in few hours. I know within that hour that he will not be around. I will try and look for things that will just keep me occupied till he comes, till he comes back, and it will not make me miss him a lot. Because these days, the way I miss that boy, I don't even understand. So maybe because he is my gist partner now. So once I've never been like very excited to go and pick myself from school. I don't know why. Like, I'll be very very excited once he comes back and hey, you gist me about what happened in school and other things. So yeah, I just try as much as possible to keep myself busy and appreciate my alone time. So for my regrets, guys, um it's true that there are so many things I would have preferred the other way around. So many things that have happened that I would have preferred another way, but I don't see them as regrets. I prefer to see them as a phase of life, right? I prefer to see them like a phase in life that you're passing through. There are so many things that happens in this life that we all regret at some point. I wish I did not do this. I wish I did not do that. I've learned over the time to not try and regret as much, because if you look into it very well, there are some lessons learned from those things that you've done in your past that you will never repeat. So most of the time, I don't see them as regrets. I see them as just a phase in my life that I'm passing. Since my moving here, um since I took that decision to move, I knew there were so many things that was going to happen. I had so many doubts. I have so many regrets. I had At a point you start questioning yourself, like, why did I do this? Why did I do this? So that is when regret comes in. But then I try to tell myself that this life will keep evolving. Change is a constant thing. You keep evolving. Even if it's not this decision that you made, you remained where you are. Let me take myself for example. Even if I had not made the decision to move, I had remained where I was. There are still some things that I would have still been doing there that I would have still regret. And I would have maybe at some point self regret, why didn't I even move when I had the chance? I've heard a lot of that from people. Why didn't I even move when I had the chance? So regret will always come in every decision you take, but then you just have to learn to see them as a phase. That's how I see them. So it's just a phase in my life that I'm passing, that I know that I will look back at it one day and say, thank God I did this. I won't see them as regret anymore. I will see them as lessons that I've learned. Because those things, I will never make those mistakes again in the future if I've done it before. So yeah, that's it about the regrets. So at this point, I would say I don't regret anything. I don't. I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy with all the experiences I've had. I'm happy with all the lessons I've learned. I'm happy with all the mistakes I've made. Yeah, I'm happy and I'm here right now. Okay. So what are my future plans, guys? Future plans. Um, of course, the job market is awaiting me. The job market is awaiting me. After I finished my studies in January, I started job hunting actually. I started job hunting. I started doing some other things. Um, I had the opportunity to like get some job offers, but they were not exactly what I really wanted to do. And I decided to just focus on the arrival of my baby first and just plan myself, prepare for the arrival of my baby for now and just relax because a whole lot comes with giving birth. And after that, there are so many things that are involved. You basically not think about any other thing than the child for at least the first 3 months. Let's just put it that way, even though it's more. So I'm just taking this time to just prepare myself for both for the baby and then for the job market too. So I'm doing these two at the same time and also focusing on other things for now till the baby arrives. Okay. And of course, I plan to explore my options. I have so many options for me to choose from. So I plan to explore different options, different things. Like, see, the UK is not ready for me yet. They are not ready for this woman yet. But I plan to explore my options, and then yeah, I'm not just going to stick to one thing. I'm going to explore a lot. And of course, I want to grow my brand more. I want to grow my brand. Blessing Samson is a brand now. I like to grow my brand. So many things that are discouraging in this industry, in this influencing industry. There's so many discouragement. There's so many things. So I'm just trying to find that balance with life and influencing and other things. So that was why I mentioned before that I'm trying to explore my options, know what I really, really want. So yeah, and basically just follow life as it comes. Okay, it's not a very hard something. It's not a do or die thing. Okay, so I'm just going to just take life as it comes. That's my future plans, basically. As in, like, I had so many reflections today. I'm just so grateful to God for how far He has brought me so far. I'm so, so grateful. I woke up feeling very, very energized, very grateful, and like reflecting on so many things that happened over this within these 12 months and how things keeps falling in place. Like, when you plan, right, but then there are so many things that are out of your control. You don't know how best to go about it, but somehow they just fall in place. They just keep falling in place at the right time. And when you look at that, you realize that God is the ultimate. God is the person planning those things for you. God is the person putting all those things in place for you. And I'm really grateful for that. I'm really grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for how far He has brought me so far. So yeah, that's why I decided to share this video with you guys. Okay, so you guys can be grateful with me. So you guys can thank God with me. And yeah, 1 year after, this is where we are. And then I'm getting into another phase of my life. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video today. Let me know if you also took this decision in recent times, or whenever you took the decision to, or you have any life-changing decision you've taken in your life that has really impacted a lot of things about you. Please leave it in the comment section. I would like to hear that. Share your experience with me in the comment section. And yeah, and let me know the type of video you like to see next. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.